Hey guys, it's Marley and welcome to my January TBR. I'm filming this December 27th. I can't believe it is almost 2025, but it's time for my first TBR of the year. Today I'm going to be letting my Spotify help me pick my TBR. I've done this in the past where I put my liked playlist on shuffle, and then based on whatever song pops up, I try to pick a book that fits the vibes or the lyrics of that song. Hopefully this video goes okay. I basically just woke up, so hopefully I am with it enough. And there's also a lot of like hammering and knocking going on in the apartment, so hopefully that is not too disturbing to you guys. It's very disturbing to me right now. But anyways, before we get into these songs picking my TBR, I do have a few books that I want to mention that I kind of already have set on my TBR. I'm going to be taking part in Winterween this year, which is a readathon. It's been a while since I took part in a readathon actually, but I think Summerween was actually the very first readathon I ever took part in back in 2020 when I started my channel. And I just took a break from participating in readathons and focused on like my own reading plans. But I really want to get back into participating in readathons this year, so I thought I would start out with Winterween. Basically, this is a readathon hosted by Gabby Reads. It's supposed to help you read spooky books during the off season. So the original readathon Summerween, so you're meant to be reading spooky horror books during the summer, and then she also has an offshoot of that called Winterween, focused on reading spooky or thriller books during winter. This year it is going on, I believe, from the 10th of January to the 17th, but I'll have some sort of link in the description maybe if you want to check out more information. So I definitely want to be reading some thriller and horror books this month during that week of the readathon. And there's a few different prompts. I don't know if I'm gonna hit all of the prompts, but one of them is to read in the dark, so I'll do that. I'll read at night. Another one is read a thriller or horror book, so I'll definitely do that. It says read a book with a house on the cover or in the title. So for this one, I'm gonna do this horror book that I heard a lot of during 2024, and that is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kliewer. This just got really hyped up in 2024, and I think it's about a couple who, you know, live in a house. They get a knock at their door, and it's this family saying, oh, we used to live here, or I used to live here. I really want to show my kids the house I grew up in. Mind if we just come in and take a look around? And so the couple lets them in, and then I think it just derails from there. Like, I think these people just like refuse to leave. Obviously some horrific things end up happening. Not sure what direction this is gonna go, but just the fact that I've heard such good things, I thought this would be a good book that has obviously a house on the cover, and a lot of the plot has to do with this house, I guess. Another prompt is to read a horror book published 5 or more years ago. So the one I was thinking of for this is actually, I believe it's more of a horror novella, but it's The Patient by Jasper, Dewitt. It came out in 2020, so I guess now that it's gonna be 2025, I guess that's 5 years ago. Okay, it's giving similar vibes as The Silent Patient, which is a thriller I really loved. I think I read that when I first did Summerween actually, but it seems to be about a psychiatrist who's new on the job, pretty young, and he takes on this mysterious and dangerous patient who is a 40-year-old man who was originally admitted to the hospital at age 6. He has no known diagnosis. His symptoms seem to evolve over time. Every person who has attempted to treat him has been driven to madness or suicide. Okay, I'll leave it at that, but that definitely sounds creepy. And then another prompt is read a novella, manga, or spooky audiobook. So if that is a novella, then I can do that one. A few other couple horror books that are kind of on my potential list. I'm gonna see what I get through. But one of them is Bunny by Mona Awad. This is obviously a really popular book on BookTube. It is about a girl going to university or college and getting wrapped up in this cult with these girls where they all call each other Bunny. I just know that it's very weird and that people really love it, especially like people in the horror genre. And this is a book that I'm supposed to annotate and give to my friend, so I would really like to do that as soon as possible, so that would fit to read for Winterween. Another potential is Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. I read her book Cackle last year and really enjoyed it, so I would like to keep making it through her horror books. They're more like cozy horror. What is this one about? I mean, it's about a woman transforming into a wolf, I guess. Yeah, a girl returns to her hometown and then she like gets attacked by a wolf, and then it seems like maybe she's becoming a wolf or becoming a werewolf. So I just really don't read books like this much, so I think that would be really fun. That's a lot of horror, but a little thriller book I want to keep on my list in case I have time for it that week is Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. In the past, I've really enjoyed Alice Feeney's thrillers. I read them really quick and I just love how twisty her books are. So I would like to continue with her backlist because I'm definitely getting a little bit behind. She's putting out books and I've not been keeping up. This one says, sometimes bad things happen to good people, so good things have to do bad things. And it seems to be about a baby who was stolen from a family and also a woman who was murdered, and somehow the two crimes are linked. Oh, and then it's about some woman who lives in a nursing home and is 80 years old, and then she has to solve a mystery. I guess those two mysteries that I mentioned. So, okay. The only other book I have set is my book club that I have with my friends. Oh, book club. Can I just say I love the indigo merch and all their cute sweaters, like, oh. But anyways, My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante and Anne Goldstein, I guess, is the translator. This was recommended by one of my friends to read for our book club. Basically all I know is that it seems to be about a friendship between two women. I think in Italy is where it's from, and that's why it's translated. It's a bit of an older book from 2011. I'm not sure what put it on my friend's radar, but she suggested it, so I think it will be kind of cute to read a book about friendship with my friends. That could be cute, and we read a lot of like romance, like contemporary romance in the book club, so I think it'll be nice to read something a little bit different. So those are my set TBR plans. Now let's do the songs, pick my TBR. I'm gonna pull up Shuffle on Spotify on the web, and I think I'm gonna do just 3 shuffles, and then I have my TBR card over here that I can try to pick a book from my physical TBR that fits, and if not, then I'll just pick another random book on my TBR. All right, let's go to my likes. All right, let's hit shuffle on the playlist. Oh, okay. So we have Enemies by my favorite artist, Lauv. Okay, I feel like this is going to give a lot of potential, actually. Let's pull up the lyrics. I'm not going to play it because of like copyright, but okay. You can look up the song if you want to hear it. Enemies by Lauv. So, I thought we said we're good. Was I misunderstood? You looking at me so cold. After all that we've been through, how could you pretend I'm someone that you don't know? I'm so sick of planning all my nights around avoiding you. It's gotta end. We don't have to love again or try. But can you tell me, why do we have to be enemies? Forget all the scars, all that they are, memories. Oh, so this is giving like second chance romance. This is like two people who potentially were friends or lovers and something split them apart, and the person is like, why can't we be friends? Like, why do we have to be enemies? I really like that. Let's see if there's anything on my TBR, on my physical TBR for this. Okay, I fear I found the perfect book. It's not on my physical TBR, but I knew there would be some sort of contemporary romance with a second chance and enemies to lovers plotline, and it's gonna be Here We Go Again by Alison Cochrun. I hope I can get my hands on this with this short notice, but this is the author of Charm Offensive, which I didn't love, but I feel like I've heard better things about her other books. It's about two people, Logan and Rosemary. They used to be friends, grew up as childhood friends, and then they had a big falling out that turned them into rivals. Okay, and then they didn't speak for 10 years, and now they're in their 30s. They really just try to avoid each other because they still live in the same town, it seems. They keep like crashing into each other, they keep bumping into each other. And then when their English teacher, who was like a mentor for both of them, finds out he only has a few months to live, they both agree to go on this road trip with their teacher to give him a great like last few months of his life. So then I think it's like they start to actually bond again and remember why they were friends and fall in love. So I feel like that really fits for Enemies by Lauv, so that's great. Okay, let's go to the next song. Prom Queen by Molly Kate Kestner. Okay, also I've done this a few times now. Hopefully I don't get the same songs and just like forget that I've had these songs before. So the lyrics are, God Save the Prom Queen. This could be interesting. Teenage Daydream. Just another dressed up heartbreak. God save the prom queen, only 18. She turned her tears to diamonds in her crown. She's first in line at the party. She's first in line at the club. And she's got that body, sorry, always gotta flaunt it. Everybody's looking up. When she walks by, you want to be her, and your boyfriend pretends not to see her because she's got that fire. Don't even try it. Her booty has its own zip code. God save the prom queen, teenage daydream. Okay, so obviously this needs to be something where like a main character is this kind of prom queen character archetype of like a really hot girl prom queen type of character. Okay, again, I feel like I don't have anything on my physical TBR here. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit, but I ended up going into my thriller section because I feel like this type of character is in a lot of thrillers. And I came across this book that I've put as want to read by Robyn Harding, who's a thriller author I actually have never read from yet. So this could be a good way to like try out a new author. Hello Peach. Oh no. So the book is called Her Pretty Face, and it's basically about this woman who is a stay-at-home mom. She decides to go back to school, and I think she's like not really loving her life. Oh my god, Pete. But anyways, she ends up going to school, and then she meets this woman, Kate Randolph, who is going to be the prom queen kind of character. Everything Frances is not: beautiful, wealthy, powerful, and confident. So she's not a literal prom queen, like she's not in high school, but she's that type of character. And then the two of them bond, and then a startling secret threatens to tear them apart. So I don't really know where that's going to go, but it is a thriller mystery suspense book. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, now let's see for our third and final song. Ain't Easy by Elijah Wood and Jamie Fine. Let's see. Baby, you're all I need. Baby, you're all I see. Missing that touch of your skin. I want it bad. I'm on my knees. Feeling you touching me, baby, it's bittersweet. Cause I want it bad, but I never thought your touch would make me bleed. All you do is talk, what you say. Wanna walk away, baby, way. Sick of your games, girl, you play, but baby, loving you ain't easy. It's fire, then it's rain, it's fire, then it's rain. I said loving you ain't easy, baby, you're what I crave, I don't wanna waste it. So it seems like a bit of a toxic romantic situation, very up and down, just not an easy relationship. So it's giving like another romance again. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, what could be good for this one? Okay, this is a book I didn't always anticipate reading, but I did recently put it on my TBR when I've been hearing some good things about it. Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This is a romance. I'm pretty sure it's just about these two people who have exactly what this song is suggesting. Like they're friends and they have this really toxic relationship between them where they love each other, but then they also like keep breaking each other's hearts. Yeah, so she is a beautiful, affluent, self-involved, and mildly neurotic London socialite, and he's Britain's most photographed bad boy, Lothario, who broke her heart. They are meant to be, and everyone knows it, just suspended in a strange kind of love that looks like hurting each other a lot of the time. So, okay, this is definitely not the TBR I expected. We don't have any from my physical TBR, unfortunately, but I feel like these songs were each kind of different and interesting and led to some interesting picks. A couple romances, a thriller, a lot of horror for Summerween. That is what my TBR is going to look like for January. I think it sounds pretty fun. Let me know down below what you thought of this TBR, if there's any other books you thought picked for these song choices. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We have a great new year, and I hope you will subscribe to see what I think of all these books at the end of the month. All right, thanks so much, and see you next time. Bye.